Originally, what was wrong with the Sentra was that it had a bad head gasket and it was leaking coolant. So I did the head gasket repair. It's a three-part video on my channel, and everything was fine. And I noticed that when I turned my air conditioning on after about 15 or 20 minutes, the temperature would spike on the coolant gauge on the dash. So I pretty much eliminated the water pump, and I did pretty much eliminated that the coolant was, bad quality or deteriorating, and I eliminated the fact that the refrigerant in the AC was at the correct pressures using a manifold gauge. And so I started thinking that this the guy that had before me used advanced auto copper seal to try to seal the head gasket, and I used I think it's an epoxy glass sealant to try to seal the head gasket. It worked for about a year. It wasn't bad, but I mean, it's none of those are long term. So I started thinking, maybe the radiator's clogged up. So what I did is I replaced the radiator, and sure enough, that's what it was. Car runs great. Air conditioning, nice cold air. No, it doesn't overheat. Stays at the same temperature, throughout the whole cycle. This is my 2002 Nissan Sentra, and I'm going to replace the radiator in it. And I think first the easiest thing is probably going to be to some people take the fan assembly and the radiator out as one unit, but I think I'm going to take the fan out and then take the radiator out. And cut all the some wire ties. I think I fastened a couple of those wire ties for the aux sensors to the fan shroud. So you just press in on this. You just press in on this and just pull out. What it does, that pushes down and lets that dip under the notch that's in there. Then you need to take both of these off, and then the two fan mounting bolts.
Then you have to unclip the overflow tube. Then we have to take these and undo the hose, and then also unclip this from both of these right here. Then I have to check to see if I think I fastened these to the to the fan cover, so I have to go down there and unclip those. Just slide that out of the way like that. Pop both of those out. I think what I'm going to try to do is try to pull it up. I'm going to need to jack the car up. I started draining the radiator, and also I cut the wire on the, it was an aux sensor wire that I fastened to the fan shroud. So I really don't need this on the top radiator, the clamp. I was going to do something different, and I didn't, so Oh, don't forget to unclip the transmission. Even though it goes to the radiator, it's clipped in. Transmission cooler line. There we go. Let's fan out. Check all the fans, make sure they turn good. Next is the radiator. You can see the hoses, the transmission. And we gotta disconnect this. We'll get the ones from the do the other one from the bottom. So I got the both the hydraulic lines off they're not all the way off. I have some plastic bags I'm going to wrap over it with a rubber band to keep the transmission fluid from flowing out. Then I still have to do the bottom radiator. So I disconnected the other last radiator hose and the two transmission cooler lines. So you just lift the radiator out and put it aside. And something I just noticed that one of the radiator mounting, there's only one there. Either that or it's fallen into the coolant. I'll take a look. So I found the other rubber damper, and I found it's easier to get, instead of trying to get it into this small hole. It's better to put this on the bottom and then try to get this into a bigger hole. Here's the new radiator. Going a little bit of an angle. Then you got to get it to sit down, seat in the. Let me put these on the bottom. Yeah, that's better. Oops. Hook up the bottom hose and then hook up the yeah, that's right. Get the new radiator cap. Put the new radiator cap on. And then Now it's time to put the, oh wow, I see what I broke when I took that out. Oh my gosh. That's how they get broken. Hopefully that still will slide on there. At least it didn't actually break the connector. Where's the fan? Sort of slide it down there at an angle. Gotta angle it in. You gotta get past. Oh wait. You know what? I think I got this upside down. No, it's right side up. Because these are the... Wait a minute. Now do I? Ow. Let's see. Yeah. It goes in like this. So that would make a little difference too. Goes in much easier right side up. And then these have to go into the, there. I think they just dropped in. There's little tabs at the bottom. But it looks a little off. I wire tied it to the support. The fan assembly wouldn't fit down into the these mounting on either side. Well, it'd fit in, but then it wouldn't line up with the nuts at the top. So what I had to do is on the fan assembly, there was 3 of these like that, and I just cut one off on each side. Fits perfect. I mean, somebody could have had put in a different radiator and fan from a newer model or an older model, and since I'm only replacing one, it's it wouldn't fit. So I don't know what, maybe it's, this was like made right at like the last, or was rated it was the last one made for 2002 or the last one made for whatever, before it went to the next year. So that could be an issue too. Could have really been, should have ordered a 2003 maybe. First time that's happened though for any parts.
Don't forget to get new top insulators for your radiator. If the other ones are corroded, you know, they're either gone or they're breaking apart. The bottom ones look good on this, and you can get them. They're real expensive, the bottom ones, I guess, because they maybe don't go bad as often. And you have to take the bracket off to install them. And what you have to do is get this lip started on the top, and you just keep twisting it to counterclockwise, and it'll just pull the rest of that top lip on. I don't know if I put these on upside down or not. I thought this would be the best way because the other side is a lot bigger, and it would there'd be more contact with the radiator surface, which would, to me, would mean that it would provide a lot better insulation.